I'm a really flexible person, and I really love to be able to facilitate people in their love of learning, but also in the classroom setting. I've been an EA for over 23 years now, and it's been wonderful to be able to share a lifelong journey with children as young as kindy all the way up to year 12, and then post-school options for when they go to TAFE and or university. So when I decided that I wanted to become a teacher, my children were 10 and 7, and I decided I was going to study part-time at the beginning. This obviously has been reflected in some of the units that I've managed to get done over the last few years. And when I've gone and I've tackled my assignments, and when I've gone into each unit that I have completed through university, it's been wonderful to be able to take that back into the classroom the next day, because I still work in a school. The best thing about why I've chosen to become a primary teacher is that in the last couple of years there's been a drive for primary schools and high schools to link up. So I've decided to do the primary Bachelor of Education, and in that primary education degree there is an opportunity for when I graduate that I could then do a switch program, which would mean that I could work in a setting either in a primary school and or a high school. I really love working in high school, and I also do relief work in primary schools here in Esperance. So I really want to be able to have the options to be able to teach both groups of students, and to be able to make sure that my way of teaching and the flexible delivery that can be delivered here in Esperance can be accommodated over both campuses, primary and secondary. Primary education is the milestones that we wish to have students achieving from year 4 through to year 7. So now it's year 4 to 6 that is held at a primary school, and then we have year 7s that are housed and educated at secondary schools. It's going to be obviously a very rewarding and challenging journey, but I know that when we're trying to encourage young students from year 4, year 5 and year 6 to be educated in a primary setting, it is completely different to how you would deliver a program, say now in year 7, in a secondary school. I believe that I have enough experience to be able to achieve that goal of doing the switch program, but I love the way that in a primary setting and a primary school that there is the options for a teacher to basically have their own classroom. In high school setting, obviously talking about year 7s, year 7s now have the flexibility to be able to move between many classrooms of mainstream and also electives or options. So the unit that we've just finished is obviously teaching and learning in a digital world, and these are either challenges and or huge bonuses to teachers nowadays. I really have thrived in the fact that we have internet coverage throughout most schools and wireless delivery. It's amazing that now iPads, iPods, smartphones, digital cameras, smart boards and also scientific calculators are basically through the whole school now, and each student would have access to either having their own or sharing or loaning this equipment from the school. I'm amazed at how quick students are to pick up on delivery and also learning these new technologies, and I have really enjoyed the fact that now there are ways to be able to help students learning from home. We have something called Schoology, where teachers from the tertiary entrance levels for students achieving their ATAR can have Schoology groups that can basically be accessed at any time, 24 hours a day. It's a little bit like Facebook for schools, and those students can